Passenger pigeons once migrated through Canada, the United States, and the Gulf of Mexico in numbers so huge that they darken the sky.
The passenger pigeon was once the most abundant bird in North America, maybe even the world. In the first half of the 19th century, estimates put the number between 3 and 5 billion, which would have been at least 1/3 of the total bird population of North America today. But while flocks could block out the sky in 1833, by 1900 there were no wild birds to be found, and by 1914 there were none alive even in zoos. So what happened to make the population go from billions to zero in less than a century? To understand how passenger pigeons died, we need to understand how they lived, because it was kind of our fault. Passenger pigeons were native to eastern North America and migrated between the regions around the Great Lakes in the north and the Gulf of Mexico in the south. They traveled in huge flocks with hundreds of thousands of pals. When roosting or nesting, it wasn't uncommon for so many birds to perch on a tree that the branches would snap under their combined weight. Sometimes birds would even perch on top of each other, just for a place to sleep. Real cozy. This strength in numbers was their main defense against predators like wolves, foxes, weasels, and hawks. The local carnivores could eat themselves sick and still not make a dent in the flock. Ecologists call this predator satiation, and it's a pretty common defense tactic.
Before long, just a single captive flock existed here at the Cincinnati Zoo. By 1910, a lone female named Martha remained here at the zoo. A reward of $1,000 was offered to anyone who could supply a mate for Martha, but none was found. When Martha passed away on September 1st, 1914, it was the first documented extinction of a species at the hand of man. Her body was frozen in a 300-pound block of ice and shipped to the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C. Here at the Cincinnati Zoo, we pay homage to her species in our passenger pigeon memorial. My good friend and renowned wildlife artist John Ruffin painted this image of Martha leading a flock of passenger pigeons in front of the original bird aviaries that this building is one of. They were built at the zoo in 1870.